If I have said it once, I have said it a million times. Julius Malema is one of the best Pan-Africanist, best politician leader in South Africa that we have now. It will be such a shame if we had to die Tina Spilamanje without seeing Julius Malema as the president of this country. I believe a young lion deserves such an opportunity, but there are so many forces that are fighting against that. Will black people ever wake up and unite behind the black progressive parties? Or will this right-wing movement that is being developed through coalitions dominate the South African political space forever? Now, Julius Malema gave a powerful lecture at the Rhodes University, and I just wanted to speak about two things that he covered there. And man, I really enjoyed this lecture.
Welcome to King Said So, Africa's one land, one language, one currency, one army on King Said So. Africans can unite. Your Pan-Africanist podcast. Enjoy.
There's no reincarnation here. So you want to move on, the project of Nelson Mandela is from the past, you want to move on with a new South Africa. What's exactly the project?
The new South Africa is when we are going to be equal. We are going to be equal with Indians, white and integrated. So when we say we are going to be integrated, is that there are houses built by government called RDP. As EFF, we want to build RDP houses in Sandton and move people from Alex to Sandton so that Alexander can be decongested. And once Alexander is decongested, now people can know what it is to live like a human being.
Yes, first of all, rest in peace to the EFF leader. I saw on the reports that he passed away, caught in a crossfire somewhere in Alexandra when there was a protest happening there. It's a sad story to hear, and I just wanted to give my condolences to the party, to the people of Alex, to his family, and may his soul rest in peace. You know, when one of us has fallen, it's really something not nice. And by saying one of us, I don't mean an EFF fighter, because not all of us are EFF fighters. I'm saying one of us as an African brother, and who you can hear clearly was truly a Pan-Africanist. Now, I want to get into this lecture that Julius Malema gave. I mean, again, another smaller Nyana community, a varsity hall that was filled by the EFF. There is no venue too big for the EFF, no venue too small for the EFF to partake in. Everywhere where the EFF go, it will be packed to capacity. The other people, unfortunately, will just have to be kept outside the doors for the safety of the community. But he said something about the ANC, the EFF, and the MK party being one family. This showed me something, that Julius Malema is maturing much better as a politician. You know, that noisy Julius Malema of old looks like he's no longer there. There is a more matured, better reasoning Julius Malema that we are seeing right now. I hope you guys can agree with me, but let's listen to what he said.
MK, ANC, EFF is the same family.
It is.
We come from the same things. There is nothing I'm saying today which Nelson Mandela did not say, by the way. Everything that we're saying, it is in the Freedom Charter. So when you say the EFF demanded an unreasonable thing, just tell us one thing which they asked for, which is outside the Freedom Charter. What is it? This illiterate Mbalula will never tell you what is the story about the whole thing. He has got no idea. He just says, no, they are unreasonable. Now they are telling us that there are black parties. What about black parties? When people have sold out, they will say all kinds of things they want to say. But it's not true. We have never made unreasonable demand. One of the unreasonable demand we made in 2016 was that Zuma must resign as a president before we give the ANC our votes. They refused. In this year negotiations, we said we are not even asking for your president to resign. If you don't want to go into a government with us, we are prepared as the EFF to sit outside government, but vote for a minority government, which is what we are doing in Gauteng, by the way. The ANC in Gauteng refused to go with the DA. As a result, they've got 36%. From time to time, for them to pass anything, they come to the EFF and MK and say, these are the issues we negotiate, we vote for them. The ANC said no to DA. They passed their budget. What stopped Ramaphosa? The ANC in Gauteng does that with 36%. Ramaphosa has got 40%. What stops him from constituting a minority government? Wes, Mapantiti are prepared to give him their percentage. Olomisa is prepared to give him a percentage. PAC is prepared. So it's even beyond 40%. With all those as convicts, criminals, that's how disparate they are. They even go and take criminals into government. Now the criminals are embarrassing them because they don't know anything about governance. So Cyril can govern this country, doesn't need the DA, he doesn't need the Freedom Front Plus. But because he is sold out, he can never go on without those people.
Yeah. And that is so true. And we should remember the sad thing. I wanted to say this, and you can hear the maturity in Julius Malema right now compared to the old Julius. And I think this new brand of Julius, ever since the elections results, this new maturity of Julius, I think this, we as podcasters and we as EFF supporters, we as Black Progressive Party supporters should be advertising this one more, because this is the president that many South Africans who did not vote for the EFF in these current elections might turn and follow right now, because he has toned down a little bit. There's so much maturity in what he's saying. The reasoning capacity, 100%. So I just wanted to say that. Yeah. So what he's saying is completely right. The ANC could have led the country with a minority government, because the EFF gave them that option to say, listen, even if, and that was the biggest option ever, the best option for the ANC, like, even if you guys don't want to go into a coalition with us as the EFF and the MK, Tina, as the EFF, we are still prepared to say we will vote for you and work with you, and allow you guys to keep your president, your sellout president, and keep your powers, keep everything, but just don't work with those people. You see, the DA has never given the ANC that option. The DA by all means wanted to get into power, but also getting into power, their option was you can't work with those ones. You see? So it's so heartbreaking, man, to see that these parties, UDM, COPE, EFF, MK, all of them come from this political party. I can even say, actually say, all of these people come from the ANC. They come from the ANC, actually. So to see our black parties not able to unite because of, it's because of one person. It's because of one person. And the saddest thing ever is that when the voters are going to punish the ANC in 2029, or even in the local elections, Cyril Ramaphosa will be on his way out or out already. So people will be punishing the ANC for the sins of Cyril Ramaphosa, but he won't be there. And the ANC is failing to acknowledge this point, that this guy that we protecting so much, how is us protecting him in principle is going to work for our advantage from the grounds, in 2029, because everyone, the alliances, everyone are telling them, guys, why can't you guys work with the EFF? And deep down they know that the ANC was bought. It's only these naive ANC leaders, some of them who know that the ANC was bought, so they're protecting the ANC, and some of them who don't know, they are still in ANC in good faith. They're acting as if they don't know that the ANC is actually bought, or they are refusing to believe that the ANC was bought. There are some still good leaders in the ANC, and I hope those leaders, like Popanyaza, who stood their ground, in 2029, they will be able to say, listen, EFF, MK, come guys, let's work together. Let's keep this DA out. We saw their true colors. We saw their true colors during the government of national confusion, and now we have learned our lessons. Come, our brothers and sisters, let us work together. So for me, it's refreshing to see this, Julius. I'm not sure if you guys are also sensing what I'm saying about his dilemma, like his posture. His posture is he's maturing, man. He's maturing, and he's not old. He's 43 years old. He's not an old person, but I can see, I can sense, and I'm appreciating the maturity that Julius is having. You've never heard him making noise about open borders anymore, because South Africans don't want to understand it. They don't want to understand anything that has to integrate South Africa with the rest of Africa. And of course, he also did make a comment, actually, that I'm thinking about it now. Let me check if I can get the video where he's making the comment about Chedima and how South Africans are treating this whole situation. Let's listen to that.
Today, you look at a fellow African.
Yeah.
You listen to the pronunciation of a fellow African. You listen to the name and the surname of a fellow African. And by that, you isolate them. You look at them and say, these are not South Africans. These are Nigerians. This can't be Miss South Africa. This can't be that. Marvel Yoon can be a player of rugby, South Africa, and get celebrated. No one will dare to question, where does this surname of Felun come from?
Smith.
Because
Smith.
We've been made to celebrate that which looks down at us. Anything that looks like you, you hate.
You hate it.
Anything that sounds different from you, you hate. You know, comrades, the concept makwere comes from the tribalists who could not hear the other ones. When you speak, the tribalists, they say they don't hear you, but because they can't hear your language. When you speak, they hear. So you can't use that. You can't use that to want to rule out individuals. Comrades, we are hated everywhere else in the world. Everywhere else where black people are found. It doesn't matter their accent. They can speak the best English, they want to speak best accent. As long as the color of their skin looks like mine, they will be isolated. You get isolated to a point where even when you go to China, a young person who has never been exposed to a black person, when they see you, they start trying to clean you. But it looks like you are dirty. Because that's how we are being looked at. So where do we get the privilege with so much hate happening against us? Why do we get the privilege to hate on each other? If the unity of Africa is not important, why are they fighting against it so much? If it was this useless thing that has got no meaning, why is there such a big fight? They know that the only way they could conquer Africa, they had to divide it. They divided Africa They gave it to all types of countries to manage. Our coming together is a threat to Europe. It's a threat to America. Our coming together, it means one currency backed by our mineral resources. And that currency will be against the dollar. And it will be more powerful than the dollar. Our coming together means one parliament, which means there will never be pockets of dictators who take over governments in Africa through a barrel of a gun. Why? There is one body which makes laws for the whole of African continent. There are no separate laws. There is one president for the whole of Africa. There is one military command in the whole of Africa. When they say they are rebels at the border of Rwanda and DRC, we call on the African command to go and make peace at that part of Africa without asking for the UN to come and help us.
No, you guys, there's something that I am so passionate about, and that is my love for African brothers. And Mr. Malema touches on that. We as Africans are hated everywhere in the world. Every other race sees us as one. It is only us that see each other as Nigerian, Zimbabwean, whatever. And I'm not specifically speaking about the Chidima situation. I'm just speaking about us as Africans. Now you see a situation in the UK where the Islam people are fighting the native of the UK. There's some strikes. I'm sure you guys have seen some strikes that are happening there. The black people that were born in England and that were born in the UK find themselves being attacked also because they are black. Everywhere where you go, America, China, Russia, Italy, Germany, everywhere where we go, we as black people are treated as lower class citizens. So I can't find it in my heart to a man's energy to hate on another African child. I can't. It's not in me. I don't have energy for that. I don't see what I will gain after hating you as a Mozambican. I don't see what gain is it. I can hate that you as a Mozambican are selling drugs in my community. That's a different thing. I hate the crime. But your country and your people, I love them. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? We as Africans have been through so much. The least that we can do is to have each other's backs. When we see one of us doing well, we say, well done. And I told you guys, the focus of black people is not in the right place. Black people are focused on petty things. Petty things. You will see, leading to the 2029 elections, the type of distractions that are going to happen to keep us on the focus of entertainment and gossip and hate instead of the science of politics itself. You see, when the DA will be having meetings and when the white monopoly capitalists will be buying parties, will be funding parties and will be doing, you'll see, black South Africans will be focused on something petty. You know, so will be focused on someone playing for the national team or someone having a black person having a wrong surname, someone opening a shop, who divorced who, did you see that pastor, what did they do, did you see who slept with who? Black people are focused on those petty things, and then they are surprised as to why is it that they don't progress as a people. We are always focused on petty things. You're protecting South Africa from Chidima, but you can't protect South Africa from Orania. And Black people are actually saying, King, don't play that race card on us. It's black people that are saying that. That's a that's a white people statement. The programming of our people, the way we need to decolonize our people, just as we've got a lot of work to do. So I'm not going to dwell in this more, because I'm just waiting for something, some news to drop about Chidima so that I can cover it. So I don't want to say more. Actually, I already know something, but I'm waiting for it to be public before I announce it. So let's just focus on the right things as people. Again, I want to thank everyone that have partnered with us on Paseta, the Pan-Africanist School of Economics, Technology and Agriculture. Guys, everything that we are doing at that school, everything that we are planning for our children, you guys are going to be proud to see this school and see the impact that this school is going to have on your children. You are just going to be proud of a black independent school rising up, changing the educational sector, changing the educational system, and giving our children, our African children, quality education. Where you can be proud to say, wow, I am so proud of that school because it was built by Africans. And the community will benefit from that. Some African children will benefit from that. You see, so everyone that has donated to Paseta, taking out their 50 rand, because your boy King has asked you, can you please donate 50 rand. 10,000 people, please take out a 50 rand. Those who are working, by the way, if you're not working, it's fine. By watching these videos is enough donation that you have done. That we appreciate that support also. But for the people who are working and want to see something, tired of talking, tired of complaining, you want to see action, and you want to participate in building the school, a 50 rand to this Capitec business account is not a normal account. Some people get it wrong. It's a Capitec business account. You send your 50 rand there so that we can use it into good use of building this school. Thank you so much for everyone that has contributed to the school. You guys are making it possible for this dream to come alive. So in the next 3 months, the founding members, you guys will see them making a great work. You guys have seen the website. You have seen everything. This school is developing in front of you here on YouTube. This school actually is being built by you guys, the YouTubers. So you guys are building this school. You know, we're just facilitating what you guys want us to do. But it's actually you guys that can have that pride to say, we built this school through King Said So, through Paseta. We built this school because black people came together and said, yes, we can. So thank you so much for everyone and all the people overseas who are sending their PayPal. Thank you so much, Mafetu Siabonga. I love you so much and I appreciate the contributions that you guys are doing. Until we meet next time, don't forget to pray. After you pray, stand up, African child. Do your best so that God can do the rest. Peace in Pan-Africanism. I salute you.